Alright, what is going on, everyone? So today I'm getting into video and I'm discussing Supreme and the situation with the bots. And what I mean by bots is like their autofill systems and how they may be gone for good. Like Supreme may be getting close to the point where everybody's manual again. And personally, I feel like that'd be a great thing. You know, everyone has a fair chance of getting something. We don't have to worry about bots, insane sellout times. You know, everyone's just back to being good for normal. In-store is gonna really just become more popular again, and everything's really just gonna go back to what it was before. So I have a couple things I want to discuss in this video about those bots and how they may be done and some other things that are shut down. So I hope you guys will enjoy this video. If you are new, do not forget to subscribe below for more Supreme content like this. I do a lot of Supreme discussions, hypey stuff, vlogs, all revolving around the sort of topics. If you guys do enjoy that, be sure you guys do subscribe below. And also, do not forget to drop a like in this video. Shoot for 200 likes. That'd be a great goal. I have to say thank you all for the continued support you guys have been showing lately. But I'm gonna get into this video. Pretty important topic. I do want to discuss it. So let's get started. Now, I'm not making this video out of any sort of pity or feeling bad for myself. I did take an L for a third week in a row, and the reason I'm taking an L for third week in a row is the card has been declined for the third week in a row. And I thought it was just issues with Supreme site, which some of it is, but I did figure out it's actually issues with my bot, and not my bot, my autofill system, and how Supreme has actually been shutting down on it. And I didn't even pay attention to that. I should have known better, should have been notifying you all about the issue, and I haven't really been focusing on it. But now I got a new bot, and it's all gonna go through really easy, you know, it's all gonna work. But I did figure out what the issue was, and I feel like many other people understand this now. I've gotten news from outside sources and just in general the Supreme community. So the first thing is autofill systems are really close to being just done. Like Restocks app, you know, that app you use, the autofill system, you know, you just copy all that stuff and it's really simple and it used to work really well. Spring, summer 17, it was the thing. Everybody was using it. You could check out in like very low time on that. And now on the Restocks app, it doesn't work. Like Supreme, I think, officially banned Restocks last week, and I feel like the word got out because so many people have been trying to use it, and it's pretty much just not working. Like, if you copped with Restocks today, first of all, good job. I've heard that it works for some people, but it's pretty limited on now what Restocks can do because Supreme is really shutting down all those autofill systems. Like they added a new thing on their site that is able to track whether someone typed it in or whether it was autofill. Like, it's like crazy, like keyboard tracking stuff. And I'm not even exactly sure how they do this, but we now have this issue where your autofill systems no longer work, and it's sort of like a chance sort of thing now. So Restocks, that app is sort of done. I would say, you know, they're sort of up in the air, sort of just autofill sort of just over. I think it's really close to being over. End of the season, autofill may not even be a thing. Bots still will be though, because there's most bots that still work. Now, another autofill system that has had issues for some people, but then worked for others is an app known as Filler. You guys may know about this. And Filler is slower than Restocks, but it also has a bit of a delay on it, so Supreme can't catch it as easily when you guys are checking out. But then again, Filler still has the same thing. They fill out all your information, and Supreme is still able to check that. So most people using Filler and Restocks, it's still very questionable. You know, Supreme may just decline your card randomly, and that's also what Supreme's been doing, is they've been declining random cards. Like people that have been using, like typed it all in on the computer, that have gotten like an item that isn't even hyped, and Supreme has just declined them. Like on the hats today, you know, I was going for the jacket, got declined. I was like, okay, maybe I didn't check out in time, but it checked the sellout times later, and I had a timer, so I know I checked out in time, and it was just a card decline issue. And then I tried to check out the hats, which sold out so much slower, and it still didn't work. So I now know the issue. It just has to do with autofill systems, and the only thing that's gonna work is bots. So I got Force Cop, and I'm gonna start using that, which I have someone I really need to give a shout out to, which I probably will do in my next video when I probably do like a live cop with Force Cop or something in some video in the future. I have to give him a shout out because he's just helped me so much. So I will give him a shout out soon. If he's watching this, I want him to know because he hooked me up with Force Cop for free, and that's some insane stuff right there. So I just want to say thank you to him. It's going to change my game. It's going to help me, help the channel, and I can't thank you enough. So I'll give you that shout out soon as promised. But then again, with this whole situation, it's crazy. Like Supreme should be having these issues. They're like $1 billion company, as rated by the Carlo Group, who bought a minority stake from them. Like Supreme should be knowing when to not decline cards and when to decline cards. Like bots are going through, and people that are typing manually aren't going through, and CAPTCHA is broken. You know, some people are getting it, some people aren't, and usually you guys can avoid CAPTCHA by logging into Google, and if you're checking out a computer, you can avoid CAPTCHA if you're just logging into a Google account, because like CAPTCHA and Google are sort of like, you know, they're nice to each other. It's actually sort of good. So if you log into a Google account while checking out Supreme, you have a chance of there being no CAPTCHA, and then that's a lot better for you. So when going over this, you know, it's also sort of like just, you know, just Supreme shutting down on all the phone stuff, you know, phone autofill systems, computer autofill system. I believe that the Chrome autofill still works, if I'm correct. You know, they're really shutting down a lot of phone stuff like restocks, and filler's gonna be gone sooner or later. We just have to face it. But when looking into all this, there's still some bots that work, which I will discuss right now. So some of these bots that still work would be Force Cop, Super Cop Bot, and I'm talking about the computer versions. The phone version for Super Cop Bot, just don't buy it in the first place. It's not very good. But then again, for Super Cop Bot computer, good bot, and Force Cop is by far the best bot out there, other than I think AIO bot. So I'd recommend Force Cop, Supreme Slayer. They're still working up and really fine. So if you need a bot that's definitely going to guarantee you some stuff, I'd recommend Force Cop and Supreme Slayer, because they're by far the best out there for any sort of things like that. And they also haven't gotten declined. You know, I've heard some people saying, hey, I caught Force Cop at the start of the season, wasn't sure if it's gonna be a good investment, and I've gotten every single item I've wanted. So with that in mind, I definitely recommend Force Cop, because I've known some people who have gone for like 20 items this season and they haven't missed out once. So I definitely recommend that, or Supreme Slayer. And I think you can also get multiple versions of one item, or like many items at once. Like you don't have to worry about like clicking out. It like auto selects it, and it's crazy. So I definitely recommend those bots right there. But with this all in mind, is this really the end? Like, is everything just gonna go back to manual? I mean, I wouldn't be mad with it. You know, I can type pretty fast, so I'd have a good chance getting the box logos, you know. And I feel like Supreme's really just trying to purify their brand again, if you know what I mean. Just really clean it out. Like, they're trying to get back to the point where everything was just typing. In-store will really just be revived and more hype, and everything's gonna be nicer, if you know what I mean. So I think we're getting to a really good point in Supreme's future. We have to see, but autofill's sort of done. Most things are done. This may be the end of Supreme bots and really Supreme systems. We don't really have too much info on it, other than autofill's probably done by the end of this season. Fall Winter 17, maybe the death of autofill. That's pretty much it. May do something else in this video, but thank you all for watching. Anyways, thank you all for watching this video. Just gonna close out here. Nothing else I need to do, but I hope you guys now are informed on this whole situation. You know, autofill may be dying really soon. It may be the end. Everything may be just, you have to type it manual again. But I'm sure people are always gonna be coming up with new things. So, you know, this probably isn't the end, but it could be. Who knows? But thank y'all for watching this video. If you are new, do not forget to subscribe below for more content like this. I usually do pickup videos, but then again, these last 3 weeks have not been my best. And just to notify this again, this video is not made out of pity. It's made to notify you all of how autofill and really these bots are coming to an end, and how Supreme has been just throwing the hammer down. Everything's crazy. So if you guys did enjoy, do not forget, again, you know, just drop a like. 200 likes this video, it'd be highly appreciated. And my main thing on this video that I just say every single time, I hope you guys did enjoy. I just hope it's, you know, you guys always learn something from these videos, and I hope I can teach you guys something. So thank y'all for watching, and peace out.